100%.
Struggling like, Lord, I'm struggling to believe in you.
I'm gonna be real. I don't even want to trust you.
That's right. That's
I
right.
don't want to. Help me.
Help my unbelief.
Bro, Job struggled like crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you talking about super wealthy, lose everything?
But if you come to me,
I will
right?
no wise cast you
No
out.
wise cast you out.
By the way, we don't just have that verse. We got biblical proof of that.
But before we go into that, our names is RJ and Calvin, and on this channel, we make the Bible relevant and practical in your everyday life. And a huge majority that tunes in on this channel, unfortunately, are not subscribed. Now let's go back to this topic. So bro, what should I do if I'm struggling to believe in God? Come on now, because a lot of people have those questions.
100%.
I just literally had this question, you know what I'm saying? So, what would you say on that?
Well, I think first thing first, man, even the greatest people in the Bible had these questions.
Hey, there you go.
Like, bro, Job struggled like crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you talking about super wealthy, lose everything?
Yeah, that's true.
Because God, you want to play games and allow Satan to come in my life? Right? Like, that's how you would be thinking during that time, but he stayed faithful.
That's right.
What do you do when you're struggling and going through these things?
Yeah.
Friends is going to be very important.
Friends. Hey,
Your journey that you walk with your friends, because as we mentioned before, previously, sometimes you need to borrow your friend's faith.
That's right. I like that.
And have them intercede in praying for you.
Praying for you.
So that's why they say you're judged by the company you keep. Who you're around is important.
That's true.
So that's going to be one thing that's major.
That's true.
But we see a lot of stories in the Bible. But go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, for me, I would first acknowledge that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, man,
100%.
I'm struggling. Like, Lord, I'm struggling to believe in you. Like, we talked about in the previous episodes, be real with him. Lord, I'm struggling to believe in you. Help me, right?
Yeah.
And in fact, there's a account in that in the Bible in Mark chapter 9 and verse 24, where immediately the father of the child cried out and said with tears, Lord, I believe you, but I'm struggling. Help my unbelief, basically, right? So, Lord, I'm struggling, but help me to believe. I'm struggling to believe in you, but help me, Father, right?
Yeah.
Praying and acknowledging that. That would be one of my first things to do.
Yeah. And just be real with God. Go to him straight up like, God, I'm going to be real. I don't even want to trust you.
That's right. That's right.
I don't want to. Help me.
Right.
As you said right there, help my unbelief.
That's right.
And so I think just acknowledging that feeling, being real straight off the jump. And it actually reminds me of Naomi and Ruth. Naomi and Ruth in the Old Testament. It's a very powerful story because Naomi actually says, like, she's like super real with God. Notice this in Ruth chapter 1, verse 19 through 22. It says, so the two women went on until they came to Bethlehem. When they arrived in Bethlehem, the whole town was stirred because of them. And the women exclaimed, can this be Naomi? Notice what she said. She said, don't call me Naomi. She told them, call me Mara, because the Almighty has made my life very bitter. So she's like, yo, don't even call me that, because Mara, the waters of Mara means bitter. And so she's like, don't call me Naomi. Call me bitter, because that's what God did to me. Like, she's going through it. She's experiencing things that we've gone through, that you're probably going through. Like, she's experienced those things. And then she says, it says, I went away full, but the Lord has brought me back empty. Why call me Naomi? The Lord has afflicted me. The Almighty has brought misfortune upon me. So she's like, look, check this out. I'm going through this because of God. I'm going through this. And then it says, so Naomi returned from Moab, accompanied with Ruth, and so on. But here's the crazy thing. If you actually look at her life, how did she actually bounce back from that? It's her environment and the people she was around. She was around Ruth. She was around another person. And they kept lifting her spirits up, where she was like, you know what? Okay, God has not caused these things. And at the end of her life, you actually see that she realizes that, man, God is merciful.
I love
but even Solomon talks about that in Ecclesiastes. Chance happens to us all. On this side of heaven, man, we're just going to go through challenges.
We're just going to be struggling.
We're going to struggle. But how do we face those struggles? Be real with God, straight up. God, check this out. And acknowledge the feelings.
And then for me personally, when I struggle, right? When I struggle to believe in God, I'm thinking in my head, like, number one, why am I struggling, right? Why am I struggling? Is my connection with him not strong enough? Or, do I see things differently than I used to? Am I not growing in my faith with him? Like, what's happening, right? So for me, I want to ascertain the cause, right? I want to figure out what is the cause of me struggling to believe in God, right? And then make those things right.
Make those adjustments.
Exactly, make those adjustments. For me, personally, when I struggle to believe in God, one of the first things that I do is just like, man, I'm 33 years old. Man, I've given my life to the Lord like 10 years ago. When I look back and I look at how the Lord has led me step by step, brother, he has never failed me.
Yeah.
Not even once, right? So when I'm struggling to believe in God, what I do, I look back at the past and how God has led me, right? Like those Ebenezer's, like, those mountains. Like, you're struggling to believe in God probably because you have a mountain, you have an obstacle, you have a trial right in front of you. You have that mountain and you're like, man, can God get me through this? But then, hold on, wait. Man, I just went to a mountain like not too long ago. God got me through that one. And then another mountain, God got me through that mountain. And then that will help me and enable me to push forward and to be like, Lord, you led me in the past. I know you will not lead me to this day. So, and you never failed me ever before. And I know you will not start, you will not start now. So I know that he will lead me. So looking back at the past, your Ebenezer's and how the Lord has led you.
Not dwelling on the past, but looking at how he's led you from the past.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%.
Now I got a question for you. I hear everything you're saying. That's cool. That's what you did. What do I do? Because all the accounts that you guys have given so far are based on if I feel this way. What if I did it to myself? What if I messed up and it's like God is like, I'm good. What do you say then?
Bro, there's a Bible verse that you often quote to us. I think I believe in John 6, verse 37. If you come to me,
I will no wise cast you out.
No wise cast you out. No matter what the struggles that you've been to, it was your own fault, it was your own shame or guilt, whatever it may be. God says, don't worry. I will in no wise cast you out, those who come to me. So just come to me.
And by the way, we don't just have that verse. We got biblical proof of that. Jacob and Esau.
Come on now. Yep.
Jacob, bro, he straight deceived his father. Intentionally.
Right, exactly.
And then what does he do? He goes to outside. Esau's trying to find him and take his life. And then an angel approaches him and he realizes like, oh, shoot, this is an encounter with God.
Exactly.
And how does it go? He's wrestling. And what does he say? I will not let you go until you bless me.
Bless me. That's right. That's right.
Right? So wrestle with God. Like, let God know, like, hey, I'm not letting you go until you bless me.
That's right.
I'm struggling in my life right now. I need change. I need to be fixed. I'm tired of going through this, but I'm not letting you go.
That's right. That's right. Another character popped up in my head too as well. David. This brother was a king. This brother was, God called him a man after his own heart. And this was after he failed and sinned against God. You know what I'm saying? Like, took somebody's wife and killed them, and then had an affair with them and stuff like that. I mean, and God says, I still call you a man after my own heart.
I think that might have been before.
Yeah, I think it was after.
I could be wrong.
I think it was after. But that's why you got that counsel, Psalms 139. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts. See if there be any wicked way in me, lead me in the way everlasting. Psalms 51, create in me a clean heart. Failed over and over, struggled to believe in God. But then God says, just come to me. And I will in no wise cast you out.
And the reason this is important is because what Satan's going to try to do is he's going to try to get in your head.
That's right. Yep,
and
that's true.
The thing you got to remember is this. If Satan can't change who God is to you, the next thing he's going to try to do is change who you believe you are to God.
Come on now.
Watch that. Be careful of that. Because if he can't change you, I say it again, if he can't change what you believe about God, he's going to try to change who you think God is to you. Don't let him do that.
That's right. That's right. Couple of verses, what to do when you're struggling to believe in God. Jeremiah 29:13. I love this verse. It says, and you will seek me and you will find me when you search for me with all of your heart. So when you're struggling to believe in God, ask the Lord, you know what? I give you all of my heart. Help me to believe, right? And he promises when you do that, when you seek me, you will find me. You will have understanding, right? So that's another way that I put that into as well.
Maybe you've been through some struggles yourself. What did you do? Put them in the comment section below. What did you do to overcome those things? Share with us. We want to implement new things as well. And then also, if you're looking to deepen your relationship with God, check out this episode right here, and you'll be able to go deeper with God in all that you do.
That's right. Like, subscribe, and share this, please. Till next time.
Peace.